I have one question and one comment. Number one, how to ensure that political parties, when doing their primaries, will strictly comply by using their political parties register. Because in this country, most political parties, during the time of nomination, they use IEBC register rather than their own registered for parties. Secondly, Chairman or Speaker, can we just tell us the truth? Because we have seen Rianago. We have seen that one political vehicle dies before the next political vehicle. If you can see how political parties have been going on in this country of late, is that one regime starts with one party, and in their second term, they are in another party or another coalition. It means that there is no sanity, there is no dignity, there is no order of political parties that have an ideology in which citizens own and follow. What happens is that we follow our regional kingpins, we follow our leaders, wherever they go, even if they go today, we all go in that direction. It means we don't have a serious ideology on what we want as a country in a political party system, just like in America and other places.
Give the mic to your neighbor here. No, give the mic to Honorable Mwinyi. Give the mic to Honorable Mwinyi over there before you bring it up. The Honorable Mwinyi just next to Honorable Makilap. No, give it to the Honorable.
Let me ask you a simple question. What happens when a party is given the 6 months probation period and it expires?
What happens when a party is given the 6 month probation period and it expires? I hope you don't have that down. Give it, the next person who was not supposed to be. The other side, Marakwet West. It's okay. Come. I'll come like this.
Thank you for the eloquent presentation. One, CEO, what do you think should happen in terms of internal regulation of political parties? Because sometimes internal regulations compromise the credibility of elections. Do you think we should regulate through the law? Number two, in terms of the registration of political parties, what happens if a political party is deregistered, whereas it has members already elected to the National Assembly, the Senate, or the county assemblies? Finally, in terms of legal reforms, you've said that you are following up on legal reforms. Now, the current Political Parties Act, as constituted, only regulates political parties. Now, as a member elected through as an independent member of parliament, I find that there are so many gaps. There is a lacuna in law in terms of regulation of independent candidates. Do you think it is time that the Political Parties Act is amended to include independent candidates or independent elected leaders?
Thank you. Honorable Batandi here. Then Honorable Mutunga, then finally Honorable Bui.
Thank you. The law requires Parliament to allocate 0.3% of audited and approved revenues to political parties fund. This means for this financial year we are supposed to allocate about 6.9 billion to political parties. We have not been able to do this since the fund was created. But departmental committees in charge of this fund have always disagreed with us. They have said you do not need this amount of money. I wanted you to maybe tell members whether does political parties need this humongous amounts of money, 6.9 billion, in case of this financial year. And also, because some political parties have gone to court and they have secured orders compelling us to be able actually to allocate these funds in arrears. So this dilemma is with us. We want to know whether do we need all this amount of money to go to political parties? Do you think this money is necessary? Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Mutunga.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I would like to ask John, do political parties are they living organs What I mean by living organs is that at the point of registration, they should have at least 24,000 people, members. And then there is party hopping. I mean, there is changing through the app from one party to the other, which means the number of members keep changing. How do you verify whether they're qualifying 24, or is it mandatory that they should remain 24 and above? We need to know that. The other issue is that that's the reason why I'm calling it living. If they are living, they should have 24 plus always. The other issue is with the resource constraints, and then data being very useful and important in this case. How would you rate your credibility of your data? You've told us how resource constrained you are, and how does your data measure up with that of IEBC? How often do you two, as an institution, compare what you have? Because during nominations, IEBC data is used, and then we don't know whether these people really are part of they're also registered. The final thing I want to find out is when people do go for, when we look at the number of political parties we have, some of them are very old. Do you have information to verify these parties are still in keeping with the requirements?
Thank you. Don Robombui.
Yeah, thank you, party leader of MDG. Now, one of the perennial problems that we have in facing political parties is in the registration of members. Many times when you even attempt to register people, you find they've been registered in parties without their consent. How do you intend to deal with this problem once and for all? Because it's really a serious menace in this country. That's one. The second one, I want to refer you to the Constitution of Kenya 2010, Article 91, which deals with political parties, 91.2 on the basic requirements for political parties. And it indicates that a political party shall not be engaged in violence or intimidation of opponents. C, establish a militia or similar organizations. And D, engage in bribery. Now, these vices are very rampant. If you watch news, you see those happening almost every weekend. So what I'm asking is, what action do you intend to take against these parties that are notorious for this kind of problems? Is it possible for you to deregister them, including even if it is a ruling party? Thank you.
Thank you so much. I think very interesting questions. Remember, just remind you as Mr. John comes over, that even as